This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Monday, the 26th day of June in the year 2023. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. Declaring that alcohol and tobacco use remains a major public health problem in the country, the Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, today said a comprehensive approach is needed to tackle the use of illegal drugs and the abuse of alcohol. With an increasing number of young people consuming alcohol and using e-cigarettes and vaping products, the Minister of Health said it was time to ramp up sensitization, particularly among school-aged children, on the dangers of using those products. He made the comments this morning while addressing a ceremony in observance of International Day Against Illicit Trafficking and Drug Abuse.
And I think the logical place for us to go is to go into schools, to talk to school children. Probably with that type of education, we're hoping that they will change behavior. But for a lot of people in public health, you would know that raising awareness alone does not change behavior. Behavior modification comes in a different way, apart from raising the value of education. You also have to practice. And that is more important because a lot of time we raise awareness and these programs fail because we have not gone through the cycle of inculcating what they learn into that change that we want to see in them.
Given the challenges faced on the ground, the health minister underscored the need for educational information on the dangers of substance abuse and the effects on the human body to be incorporated into the school's curriculum, such as the Healthy Family Life program. He said though the Ministry of Education has long partnered with the health ministry in combating drug and alcohol use among minors, there is room for improvement. Dr. Anthony said that greater attention must also be placed on early school leavers.
But the other thing is that we have a population of young people who have dropped out of school. And we have to find a way of working with them because in many ways they're more vulnerable. So those who drop out of school, we have to figure out a way of how to reach them and how to work with them. I don't think we have all the answers. I know we have been working with some of them, trying to bring them back, giving them a second chance at education by giving them some practical skills and so forth. But we also need to figure out how can we work with them to give them this type of education and guide them away from substance abuse.
The Ministry of Health noted that the community must also do more to protect the nation's children and its young people, and they must speak out against the dealers. More news coming up in just a moment.
It's been a long time coming. Overdue, some might say, but now that it's here, it will change life forever, and it is here to stay. The future is now, transforming Guyana into the 21st century. Introducing GTT Fiber. Experience internet connectivity like never before. Speeds you deserve at prices you can afford from a name you can trust. Sign up today. GTT Fiber is here. GTT. Together, we rise faster.
Oh my lord. I just love to shop in this store. My customers, them gonna love all these things. So many different things in one place. Household items, electronics, toys, stationery, confectionery, exercise equipment, shoes and clothes for men, women and children, school things, costume, jewelry, perfume, makeup. Oh, look the makeup.
Giftland Office Max, Guyana's favorite department store.
Bust the flavors. We're full of flavors. Bust the flavors, that my crave for. We're full of flavors. Tell your neighbors about the bust the flavors. Grab a bust the flavors. Yeah, thirst buster. Grab a buster. Bust the flavor, taste the savor. Bust the flavors. Bust the flavors.
and gentlemen, bring it to the stage. Make some noise for Voice. Patay na doon sa inyo po sa What?
She want me buy a breakfast sheet. Where you been? My Johnny walk away. You been me that you never gonna leave. Richmond Hill a little Guyana. Show them how Guyana sweet. Show them how Guyana nice. We are one Guyana.
Toronto, Canada.
Strong and solid in countries far and wide. New India Assurance, we're standing by your side. Golden service, half a century and more. New India Assurance, our policies are secure. From the heart of India, we serve these islands. The strength that you can trust, you're safe when you come to us.
New India Assurance Company. Assurance when you need it most.
For your home, motor or business insurance, visit New India Guyana office, 58 Brickdam next to Star Computers. Telephone 2260-415-7. Comfortable parking available.
The APNU-AFC opposition believes that the Draft Petroleum Activities Bill fails to address a number of pertinent issues, including insurance and liability coverage, auctioning of the country's petroleum blocks, and the need for companies to comply with the extractive industry's transparency initiative standards. The Petroleum Activities Bill, which is intended to replace the Petroleum Act, provides for the exploration, production, storage, and transportation of petroleum. The government, in releasing the draft legislation just days ago, said among other things it addresses safety, emergency response, cross-border utilization, and the supervision and monitoring of petroleum activities in the country. But the opposition, in a statement today, said the government missed an opportunity to adequately respond to a number of the issues and challenges that have surfaced since the country started producing oil in December of 2019. According to the opposition, from its preliminary review of the just-released Petroleum Activities Bill, they're dismayed by how unresponsive the government is with regards to the experience gained and lessons learned from the problems and challenges that have engulfed the local oil and gas industry over the last few years. According to the opposition, the bill is muted on insurance and liability issues, despite the serious legal disputes that have arisen in the courts. The opposition said the bill potentially provides a good opportunity for the country to tighten Guyana's legislative framework so that citizens can be confident that the company assumes full liability for all environmental and industrial damages and accidents, including oil spills, both in response to and outside of all claims and demands. Further, the opposition said the bill fell short in addressing the principles and rules that should govern the auctioning of the country's petroleum blocks. Such principles and rules, it said, should promote transparency, consistency, and predictability, and should reduce opportunities for corruption, insider trading, and flipping of leases or concessions. Though the Natural Resource Fund Act currently governs the use of the country's oil revenues, the opposition made a case for the Petroleum Activities Bill to regulate government spending on infrastructural projects. It warned that the unregulated and underhand expenditure could lead to a high level of corruption and misuse and waste of public funds. According to the opposition, at minimum, such company or government agreements must be tabled in Parliament for scrutiny, debate, and approval, as for any other government spending of the people's money. Additionally, while underscoring the importance of audits in ensuring the country gets its rightful share of the oil revenues, the opposition said it was critical for those audits to be conducted and completed in keeping with established timelines. It said the Petroleum Activities Law, in tandem with the country's financial acts, must mandate the timely conduct of audits and the timely release of government of audit results to Parliament and the public. Penalties should be instituted on companies for the deliberate provision of false, incomplete, and deceptive information during an audit, the opposition noted. Under the proposed legislation, the government, through the Natural Resources Minister, is empowered to defer payment of any royalty by a company. The opposition, while taking no issue with the government seeking to help companies through financial crisis, expressed concern that there is no reciprocal or in-fairness provision for increasing royalty rates in situations where companies benefit from sustained high oil prices. According to the opposition, the legislation should make provisions for a price-based preset sliding or variable royalty rate as obtained in the local gold sector. It also expressed the need for companies to comply with the extractive industry's transparency initiative standards. The opposition is also calling for the 2-week consultation process to be further extended. Opposition Member of Parliament Ganesh Mahipal has submitted a parliamentary motion calling for a commission of inquiry to be launched into the deadly Madhya Dome fire, as well as for the construction of a monument at the site where the tragedy took place. 20 children lost their lives in that fire. The opposition motion also calls for the National Assembly to call on the government to declare the place where the 20 children lost their lives to be a historical memorial site and gazette it as same under the National Trust for Maintenance and Upkeep. The motion explained that the Ministry of Education collaborated with UNICEF in 2021 to develop a comprehensive gender-sensitive standard for dorm schools in the country, ensuring comfortable, safe, resilient learning and living spaces. It also explained that although the report made some critical recommendations, those recommendations were not taken on board and the report was never made public. Mahipal also stated in his motion that the Guyana Fire Service flagged the very dorm twice in the past few months as a fire hazard. President Irfanali has indicated that there will be a commission of inquiry into the deadly fire. A teenage girl who's accused of setting the blaze has been charged for murder.
Just give me the light and start the show. Bang, bang, bang. Girl, but split to me, dip to me. Baby girl, I want you flip to me.
Ladies and gentlemen, bring it to the stage. Make some noise for voice. What?
She want me buy a bread for she. Where you been? My Johnny walk away. You been me that you never gonna leave. Richmond Hill a little Guyana. Show them how Guyana sweet. Show them how Guyana nice. We are one Guyana.
Toronto, Canada.
So what going on, champ? I passed here last week and this shop locked up tight.
Why? We come down with the flow, so we have to take a couple of days.
I can't deal with them kind of setbacks, man. Now. I just get a headache when you see I can't make me little bread.
I know them ways, champ. But thank God for NIS.
NIS? What you got to do now with NIS?
I mean, what I got to do with NIS? I registered as self-employed and I make monthly contributions to NIS. So you see, for them days I lose, NIS pay me back for most of them days.
What? That's good. You know, I always used to believe that it's only people in big offices and so they pay NIS.
Nah, man. NIS for any working person between the ages of 16 to 60. And as self-employed, you get all the benefit as an employee, except for industrial benefits.
So what I gotta do for set up this thing?
All I gotta do, is visit NIS on Breakdown, or if you live in out of town, you visit any NIS closest to your location. And once you register and your registration complete, you can start making NIS contributions.
Alright, so I gotta walk with and like how much money I gotta pay a month?
I ain't gotta work with no big money. All I gotta work with is your birth certificate and any farmer ID. And when you reach down there, ask for the compliance department.
Good. Thanks for the information, bro. Soon as I left here, I went straight to the NIS office.
For further information, please visit the website at www.nis.org.gy, the National Insurance Scheme Facebook page, or your nearest NIS office.
With telecommunications giant GTT spreading its fiber service to more households and businesses, the company has announced that it has surpassed its target of connecting 150,000 homes and companies throughout the country with a high-speed internet service. GTT Fiber Program Manager Vinod Kumar said in just under 18 months, the company was able to achieve its target of connecting 150,000 homes and businesses with fiber optic internet and all related services.
And this represents now over 65% of the homes and businesses in over 100 communities throughout this country. And with this achievement, 65% of homes and businesses can forever say goodbye to old legacy copper and old DSL technologies and welcome speeds in the hundreds of megabits per second. Buffering will be a thing of the past as our customers now enjoy seamless experiences in voice, streaming, gaming, video, camera, and automation services. But this is just the beginning of a long-term relationship with our customers.
The company is now working to have its fiber network available in 75% of the homes in Guyana by 2024. Kumar said the company's drive is in response to the high demand for ICT services, which peaked during and after the COVID-19 pandemic.
The demand for faster speeds was rapidly increasing, especially in the post-COVID world. Our customers no longer had just one PC in their homes. They had multiple devices for work, study, and entertainment. We witnessed the rise of smart televisions, IP camera systems, and a thriving gaming community, all demanding higher bandwidth and reliable connectivity. To meet these evolving needs, we invested millions of dollars.
However, he noted that the extraordinary journey undertaken by GTT to provide fiber technology to Guyana started more than 6 years ago, as it laid the foundation for a revolution in connectivity. Prime Minister Mark Phillips, who holds the portfolio for the telecommunications sector, said the development in the area of ICT augurs well for Guyana, as the country continues to experience unprecedented growth.
Today, we see the move by GTT to move towards expanding their reach to more people in our country as a bold and welcome measure of complementing our government's efforts of ensuring accessibility and connectivity to all.
And the chairperson of the Public Utilities Commission, Della Britton, congratulating GTT, said the move by the company to connect 150,000 homes and businesses with fiber optic internet is testament to the dedication, vision, and unwavering commitment of the company, which has been in operations since 1990.
In an increasingly connected world, access to reliable, high-speed internet is no longer a luxury. It is essential. It fuels economic growth, empowers education, bridges communities, and transforms the way we live and work. GT&T, and indeed the other telecoms providers, have recognized, particularly in the post-COVID-19 environment, the critical need for reliable, enhanced access, and have taken the bold strides to fulfill their mandate by opening a world of opportunities for countless consumers, entrepreneurs, and communities in this new telecommunications landscape.
The PUC chair also said the commission will continue to monitor the company and all other service providers to ensure that consumers have access to affordable, reliable, and optimal quality of services. 2 members of the Customs Anti-Narcotics Unit were arrested by the police over the weekend over the theft of diamonds from a Surinamese man who was held by them for possession of an unlicensed firearm. The police have identified the 2 Kanu ranks as Anik Hosanna and Jamin Goddard. They were handed over to the police by Kanu after the theft of the diamonds was discovered. The 2 ranks were reportedly part of a Kanu operation in the Berbice area when they arrested a Surinamese national for being in possession of an unlicensed firearm and stole the diamonds that he had in his possession. The police statement said one of the Kanu ranks swallowed 2 pieces of diamonds, but later excreted them after he was taken to a hospital. The other rank reportedly admitted to the police investigators that he had already sold the pieces that he had stolen. The 2 suspects are expected in court this week. A 19-year-old driver lost his life early on Sunday morning when he lost control of the car he was driving and slammed into a utility pole, resulting in that car bursting into flames. The dead youth has been identified as Mario Adams of Limasan's Essequibo Coast. The accident occurred at around 1:30 on Sunday morning. In a statement, the Guyana Police Force said Adams, who was the owner of the car, was driving at a fast rate with 3 other occupants in the vehicle when he lost control while he was negotiating a turn along the Bushlot Public Road on the Essequibo Coast. He slammed into a utility pole. The police said the driver and the other occupants of the car were pulled out by eyewitnesses, and the car burst into flames moments later. 2 of the injured persons were admitted to the hospital, while the 3rd person ran away from the accident scene. An investigation into the early morning crash has been launched.
Sorry.
Jack?
Hey.
Boys, where you going with all that speed?
Yo, today's the 15th. My NIS contributions are due, and I ain't even get the forms as yet.
Hold on. You mean to tell me that you're not aware that all self-employed persons can now make their NIS contributions using the MMG app from the comforts of their homes and offices?
Really? You know, I just pay my bills using MMG, you know?
Yes, Jack. And the thing's simple. All you have to do is open the app, select Pay Bills, Government Services, NIS, and Pay. They will prompt you to enter your NIS number, the month you're paying for, and the amount.
So I don't need to submit any form?
No. The only time you submit in a form is when you're making a claim.
Wait. I could make a claim too?
Oh, no, man. You didn't know that? Yes. All self-employed persons are entitled to all benefits from NIS. Well, except for the industrial benefits. And here's the good part. All of their forms, you can download them from the NIS website.
Well, girl, I'm really glad I bumped into you.
Anyhow, make sure you pay your bills later.
Later? I gotta sit down right here and pay my contributions first.
Take care.
For further information, please visit the website at www.nis.org.gy, the National Insurance Scheme Facebook page, or your nearest NIS office.
Food Max Supermarket, located on the ground floor at the Giftland Mall, is your one-stop shop for all your grocery needs. We stock a variety of imported frozen meat and food products, fresh produce, and pet supplies, freshly made bread. Rotisserie chicken and patties are also available daily. Shop in comfort today at Food Max and let our courteous staff assist you in satisfying your shopping needs. Food Max, the fresh food specialist.
It's one of your biggest goals, getting your own home, where memories are made, where happiness lives. You may feel that home ownership or renovation is beyond your reach, but we at Republic want you to know that there's always a way. Ask us about our suite of mortgages. Let's help make your housing wishes come true. Or advise on how the equity in your existing home can finance other dreams and goals. Call or go online to learn more.
Look who's in the mix now. The new Buster Soda Water. 0 calories, 0 sugar, 0 artificial flavors. 100% refreshing. Taste Buster Soda Water today. Buster Soda Water. Now available for only $120.
Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up. Fuel it up and drive, super 95. Tune up. Protect your fuel system, boy. High mileage and performance, boy.
Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline gives you more reasons to drive and is available at 56 service stations nationwide. For affordable price, high performance, and high mileage, choose Guy Oil's Super 95 gasoline.
Fuel it up and drive.
With your regional and international news tonight, I'm Svetlana Marshall. In the region, Prime Minister Mia Mottley has praised the contribution of former Prime Minister Sir Lloyd Standiford, who died on Monday at the age of 86, describing him as a true statesman who served Barbados with honor and the wider Caribbean with distinction. In a brief statement on its official Facebook page, the main opposition Democratic Labour Party, which Standiford headed, noted his passing. Before ascending to the highest political office on the death of Prime Minister Errol Barrow on June 1, 1987, Sir Lloyd had long been credited as the most significant post-independence education minister, particularly in developing the Barbados Community College and opening new primary and secondary schools. In her tribute, Mottley, who is on an official visit to China, said the former Prime Minister, who served as Barbados' fourth head of government from 1987 to 1994, had the distinction of maintaining a political career of more than 3 decades without a single instance in which bad behavior or the use of the robust language and colorful metaphors so common to Caribbean politics has been attached to his name. She said no review of Sir Lloyd's sterling contribution to Barbados would be complete without a tribute to his leadership of the Education Ministry, adding that his tenure included the establishment of the Barbados Community College, an institution at which he not only subsequently taught, but which has changed the future of thousands of Barbadian young people. The president of Honduras has declared an immediate curfew in a town where 13 people were shot dead on Saturday. Xiomara Castro described the killings in a pool hall as a brutal and ruthless terrorist attack. The victims, who were at a birthday party, were 12 men and 1 woman. Separate murders in the Northern Sula Valley region brought Saturday's death toll to at least 20, authorities said, and are thought to be linked to drug trafficking gang. The curfew comes in from 21-hour local time to 4 hours from Sunday and will run for at least 15 days. It will be extended to nearby San Pedro Sula, the Central American country's second largest city, on July 4. Ms. Castro said the measures were being put in place in response to the brutal and ruthless terrorist attack by hired killers trained and directed by drug lords in the Sula Valley. Multiple operations, raid, captures, and checkpoints are initiated, she said. The Honduran government has also said 1,000 additional security officers will be sent to the area and is offering a reward of about $33,000 to help identify and capture those responsible for the shootings. And finally tonight, international news. The unprecedented challenge to Russian President Vladimir Putin by Wagner fighters has exposed fresh cracks in the strength of his leadership that may take weeks or months to play out, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said on Sunday. Blinken and members of the U.S. Congress said in a series of television interviews that Saturday's turmoil in Russia has weakened Putin in ways that could aid Ukraine's counteroffensives against Russian forces within its territory, while benefiting Russia's neighbors, including Poland and the Baltic states. Blinken said tensions that sparked the action had been growing for months and added a threat of internal turmoil could affect Moscow's military capabilities in Ukraine.
And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting. and encouraging you to stay safe.